Hi, I'm Katherine Raguckas with Wolf TV Newsfeed. Today I have in the studio with me an admin of the Overheard at Umich Facebook group. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So why don't you just introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yeah. I'm Emily. I'm a psych major, a senior, and I admin Overheard at Umich, and I'm also a mod at Umich Memes and Wolfer Teens as well.
Very cool. So could you maybe just start off by describing what is Overheard at Umich to viewers who might not be aware?
It's pretty self-explanatory. It's essentially people posting things that they hear in and around the campus, whether that's something that occurs kind of within their own circles or something that they just hear passing by. We kind of get a little bit of everything, or a lot of times it evolves into things people have seen as well. So a lot of pictures get posted of weird things that happen.
Very cool. And so were you one of the people who created this Facebook group?
I was not, but I was definitely one of the first probably 15 or 20 members of the group. I was there right when it started. So.
Very cool. So do you know kind of how it was created then?
Yeah. Well, my friend Mark, who's one of the moderators of Umich Memes and who's been around there about as long as I have, he actually started an Overheard at Umich Twitter a couple years ago. It didn't really take off much though. And another one of our friends who was very active in the meme group as well, Veronica, she said, why don't we take this to Facebook where there's already an existing community there that would be interested in that? And it just happened to take off out of nowhere. It kind of had a slow climb for a bit and went from there.
Yeah. So about how long ago was that created then?
Oh, it had to be probably almost 2 years ago at this point.
Wow. So what is kind of your role as an admin of this Facebook group?
Admins have a bit more power than mods do. They can approve members to join the group. When we get join requests, they go out to all the mods and admins at once. When posts get reported by members, we see them, and then we can delete them or mute people or block people at our discretion based on, how that post, fits in with our rules. And we just have pretty much authority over all the members, so in just being able to choose who goes in and who goes out of the group, essentially.
Yeah, so is the group only available to students, or do you allow other people in as well?
We allow other people in. There's actually, I know I have family members that are in the group that just want to see what's going on. I know it's kind of a running joke about when we have older members of the group come in that didn't go to U of M and might just be a sports fan or something, and they come in and they just don't know what's going on. That's always kind of funny to me, but we're happy to have anyone in who wants to join, regardless of whether they go here or not.
Awesome. So you mentioned that one of your roles as an admin is to work with those posts that get reported by members. So kind of how often does that happen, and sort of how do you deal with those posts that get reported or other drama that might occur in the group?
Not as often as you'd think.
Okay.
It's really the most I get most of the time on an average day is maybe 1 or 2 comments that get reported that maybe come off to people as a little snotty or a little rude. But we make an effort to really keep anything up unless it explicitly goes against our rules. We pretty much encourage people to just, use their opinions at their own discretion, and we really only delete anything if a lot of really hostile conflict breaks out and people just start flaming each other, essentially.
Yeah, but not too often, so that's pretty good. So one post type that I've seen on there quite a bit are missed connection posts.
Yes.
So could you maybe just describe to people kind of what that is and sort of how those work?
Yeah. Basically, it's pretty similar for anyone who's familiar with Craigslist, anyone who's that old. But it's essentially people who are like, hey, I saw someone cute or at the library or something, but I didn't get their name. And it's if you're out there, just give me a shout out or whatever. And it's funny because those posts never amount to much. We never hear a conclusion to them that's at all, good or bad. But they just sort of become hilarious, and it becomes this sort of game of people tagging their friends hey, is this you? You fit this description. And it's just kind of hilarious to see play out.
Cool. So kind of our final question here, is there sort of a favorite post that's stuck with you that you've seen in the group, something super funny, memorable, something like that?
I'm definitely into really anything that when there's crossover between Umich Memes for Over Teens and the Overheard group, because I find that the membership overlaps quite a bit, and that's kind of where we found the community was in the meme group. And it's just funny when people reference memes, especially memes that I've made or memes that someone else I know has made, because it's so funny to see something like that just expand beyond its original medium and make it somewhere else entirely.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for joining us
of
today. If you are looking to check out the Overheard at Umich Facebook group, just search it up on Facebook. I think it's the easiest way to find it.
We'd love to have you.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming in, Emily.
Yeah, thank you.
Yee!